So Google Meet is a great tool for leading an online group in this season we find ourselves in. I just want to do a quick walkthrough of how to set up a call and manage that call. So my first piece of advice before we go anywhere is that if you arrange with your group, say, to meet on a Tuesday at 7:30, then it's worthwhile you getting on the call about 20 past 7, sending the invite, because it can take a few minutes for that invitation to hit people's inboxes. So just get there a few minutes early, and then people will just join the call as and when. Don't be afraid to start a call if people are late or anything like that, because there's an awful lot going on for people at the moment. So anyway, to start a call, if you go to meet.google.com or Google Meet, you'll find this link. You'll be presented with this. Make sure you're signed in with your Central Vineyard account. If you haven't got one, then let us know. We'll sort that as quickly as we can. But you can see up here that I am logged in. So you can then join or start a meeting. I'm going to call it Tom's Tom's group. Oh, that character can't be used. Oh, it's the apostrophe. Okay, Tom's group. There we go. So you'll see me. You can see that everything is working. If you, even as the group leader, if you experience really poor internet connection, you can just cut the video. That will help speed things up a bit. So if you click join now, the first thing it will do, it will prompt you with all this information about how to add others. So you can copy that joining info and send an email, or you can copy that and put it onto a phone and send people this link over text. However you want to do it. Our advice is to try and work with people so that they can just check their inbox and click the link. But we're aware that there are people who would struggle with that process. Maybe they're not really connected to the internet as such. So you may just need to let them know that there is this phone number and this PIN number. And now if they call that, they'll have to put the PIN in, and they can access the meeting on a telephone or a mobile phone like a normal phone call. But we're going to add people. So I'm going to just use one of my work emails. So you can add a few people, click send the invitation, and then you may need to wait a couple of minutes. So hopefully people start to pick up those invitations quite quickly. When somebody asks to join a meeting, you'll get a pop-up like this. Hopefully they're putting a name that's useful to you. Click admit, or you can deny them, but general advice is admit them, let them in. They can then join the call. Now you will have a series of people join. If at any point you're not sure who is on the call, then if you click on participants up here, you'll get a list. Now you can, if you click here, you can mute people. So if they've got lots of background noise going on, it may be worth muting them. Maybe just let them know you're going to do that. If they are, you can pin them. So if there's lots of people chatting in this section here, the video will change a lot based on who Google thinks is speaking. So you can pin people so they are the focal video. You can also remove people if they're a nuisance for some reason. You can remove them if you need to. Other tools up here, we've got the chat. So if you are using particular resources or particular pieces of content, or you want to share links, then you can open up chat and just share stuff here. So there's a link there. And this is a great way if people are muted or you can't hear them, you're not sure, then you could say, hey Tom, can you hear us? That kind of thing. And then lastly, you've got controls for you here. So you can mute your own microphone. So even as group leaders, you might have kids or other noise in the background. You can mute yourself just to make the meeting run a bit more smoothly. And as I said, if your connection is struggling, then you can turn off the camera to help speed that up. You can also present stuff if that's of particular use. So if you open up present now, you can do a whole screen or a window. And lastly, if you realise you've forgotten to add somebody or anything like like that. You can copy the information, or at any point you can come and add a new person as you did before. So that's the kind of how-to. If you've got any questions or problems, then reach out to your cluster coach or to me or to others, and we'll try and help as best we can.